Throughout history, there have been several iconic duos: Superman and Batman, Laurel and Hardy, Hitler and Hess. I was gonna say Thelma and Louise, but like typical women, they don't know how to drive. So instead I'll say peanut butter and jelly, because I don't care about a snowflake's nut allergy. Another legendary duo was myself and my fellow straight white male, Nerdrotic. I found a lot of his work appealing. The thumbnails that exaggerate every detail to either embellish or twist actual events. The tendency to throw words like destroy, panic, woke, finished in his titles to make his otherwise mediocre content seem more exciting. I reached out to him and found out we had a lot in common. Namely, we hate everything. Everything that's female, that's DEI, and if there's one thing we are allergic to, it's the woke nonsense that Hollywood's been shoveling out for modern audiences. Together, we were indestructible, putting out videos to jab the pink-haired Landwells and soy boys where it hurts. We were even given a cool new word for each other by the brilliant minds of Fox News.
We need to learn from the blacks the way they were able to remove the power from the N-word by using it. So from now on, it's what up, my Nazi? Hey.
We said it how it was, and all was right in the universe. Until my brother in hate betrayed me. It all started with Spider-Man. I don't even need to tell you this character's backstory, because even your granny who marched for equal rights for
the blacks,
for some reason, knows about Peter Parker. The most relatable superhero ever. He had bills, he had deadlines to meet, a private life to juggle, and unlike some DEI character sitting on the throne of the most absurd fantasy ever, an African country that's actually prosperous, Peter Parker was a strapping straight white male. But his worst enemy wouldn't turn out to be Doc Ock, or Mysterio, or even declining comic book sales. No, his worst enemy would turn out to be
the blacks,
and the woke shills at Disney trying to cater to them. In Marvel's infinite wisdom, they at some point decided to replace Peter Parker with a DEI character, Miles Morales. He even steals a double alliteration from old Pete's name. Miles Morales is a character who took over the mantle of Spider-Man. He's a diverse new entry who's half black and half Latino, which I guess means he eats his tacos with fried chicken in them, with a side of watermelon that he harvested himself. Marvel kills off Peter Parker and replaced him with this love letter to readers in the hood, as if they could read in the first place. Because the only extinction society approves of is that of the straight white male character, eager to replace them with
the blacks.
When they started making movies about this ghetto spider thug, I felt it was high time for me and my fellow Nazi to read them the riot act. But to my surprise, Nerdrotic actually accepted the character.
Steve Rogers is indeed Captain America, and Miles Morales is Miles Morales. He is indeed, again, Miles Morales. He's also a Spider-Man. Main characters get replaced all the time in the comic books, and it can be fun.
Now, many might take this as him simply stating that Spider-Thug is a Spider-Man and not the Spider-Man, but I've learned to read between imaginary lines. He's not Spider-Man. He's not even a Spider-Man. The only letters that should precede his name are D, E, and I. Any acknowledgement of this usurper to the web shooters is a betrayal to the Nazi cause, to which I say,
Nazi, please!
Look, I consider myself a monolith of male machismo, but I'm gonna be honest. This hurt. The Disney shells must have gotten to my former friend, and now he's part of the woke mob. Nazi, please. But I shall continue my crusade alone, because I refuse to accept Lil Spider-Mano as the real deal, legacy version or otherwise. You know what? I'm just gonna go watch Predator, a movie with black characters who built their own identity, rather than steal that of a superior white man. Even though Dylan will remind me of Nerdrotic, because he too sold out to the company.
What happened to you, Dylan? You used to be somebody I could trust.
Hell, he literally admits to being woke now.
I woke up. Why don't you?
But the film also features brothers in arms who are willing to die for each other, just like true Nazis would. Ah, Preetzer, you're my only friend. And as for Nerdrotic, I've got one last thing to say. Peace out, my Nazi. Alright, story's over. Get out.